Okay, everyone, here we are at the final episode of our Pokemon Omega Ruby playthrough.
Wahoo!
It's been a really fun ride, and we hope you've enjoyed watching these episodes as much as we had making them. So please hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to help support our work.
Yup, and we are jumping right in with continuing the Delta episode, and as you can see, we made our way to Meteor Falls to find Steven and this old granny person having a good old chit-chat.
Yeah, so basically she's going on about who Zenia is and how we need to summon the mighty Lord Rayquayza to destroy this meteorite that's heading towards Earth as we speak.
This is also the same lady who can teach Dragon Ascent to Rayquayza in case you remove it for whatever reason. Just thought I'd drop that knowledge bomb for you all.
Better than the other kind of bombs us three are good at dropping, don't you think, Joe El Mao?
All right, Donnie, cool it with those jokes. We're not even a minute in and you've already started to kick off.
I'm not kicking off, Obama. This is the final episode of this amazing playthrough we have done, and I'm in the best mood ever, but Joe left an open goal for me, so I had to take the shot, sorry.
All right, so it seems Zenia has been going around stealing other people's keystones for some purpose, which I'm not sure about yet. But I guess she knows what she's doing, so I say we don't get involved and go to a Pokémon Center and hide and wait for this to all blow over.
Joe, you dumbass, I'm the one who's meant to be saving the world, so if I act like you a big fat chicken, how is this game ever gonna get finished?
He's still mad that you basically saved the universe twice in one playthrough, and he never did that. Obama, El Mao, what a fool, seriously. We're meant to be enjoying this final episode, but instead Joe is acting salty.
Nothing new there, Donald, but anyway, I'm heading to Rustboro City now, boys, because Steven mentioned something about the Devon Corporation.
Something I didn't mention before was that Rustboro City has some of the best music out of all the cities in the series, especially in this game. It's so lively and happy and brings me positive vibes.
Oh wow, look Obama, it's this moron again. And he's being heckled by that same Team Magma guy too. This guy is such a pathetic excuse of a human, seriously. I mean, what even is the point of him?
Hang on, Donald, why is the first Pokemon in my party a shiny fucking Rayquayza?
Oh yeah, about that, Obama. We received a lot of comments in our last episode about shiny Rayquayza, and well, since this is the last episode, I was like, fuck it, we may as well go all out. So here's the Snake Lord himself.
Wow, and you already have Dragon Ascent on it too, Donald, but how comes we can't Mega Evolve it yet?
We won't be able to Mega Evolve it until we beat the Delta episode, Joe, since we will have to catch that other normal Rayquayza, which is part of the post-game story.
Donald, why is it also taking damage to itself too? What the hell have you got on this thing?
Oh yeah, about that as well, Obama. I may or may not have stuck a life orb on it just for the LOLs.
So not only have you gone and given me one of the strongest legendaries in the entire game, you've also gone and stuck an OP item on it as well as Dragon Ascent, meaning this thing is already broken as hell, and it's not even Mega Evolved yet. And it's level 100 too.
Well, there's a number of reasons I did this, Obama. First being our viewers wanted to see it. Second, it's the last episode, so may as well go out with a bang. And third, we never used Groudon like we usually do in playthroughs using the box legendary. So this is clearly the next best option. And anyway, Rayquayza is just too goated not to use.
Well, it looks like our viewers will be seeing a lot of Rayquayza in this episode, Donnie. Since another grunt has just appeared from the Devon building and is now battling us.
And what is this moveset you have on it too, Donald? You decided to teach it Thunderbolt, Dragon Ascent, Dragon Pulse, and Earthquake.
Like I said, Obama, we're going out with a bang, and you should be happy I didn't get Arceus in our party instead and release all the other Pokemon. I was very tempted to do that.
You know, I was reading the comments too, Donald, and there is lots of love for the Y version of Mega Charizard, which means we should play Pokemon Y instead of X when we get to those games, since we've already used the X version anyway.
Yeah, whatever you say, Joe. But look, boys, at this Typhlosion with no fire coming out of it.
Typhlosion without its fire scarf looks like a rat. They were so lazy to not model that what the hell.
Tell me about it, Obama, and then they made him look absolutely stoned in Legends Arceus. Talking of which, we will be playing that soon too. We have a major list of games to work through, which should literally take us through the next 2 years. LMAO.
All right, that took way longer than it should have, but we finally beat this idiot grunt, and I hope to God no more come through that front door.
I feel like this scientist deserves to get beaten up if he's attacked again by that same grunt Obama. He needs to learn to fight his own battles instead of relying on you when we have way more important things to be doing.
Well, it seems that in between our battles, they went and stole some link cable thing, boys. Wasn't that the thing that we used to trade Pokémon on our GBA consoles back in the day?
I remember that thing, Donald. You two would use it whilst I slept and steal all my legendary Pokémon and then make me think I never caught them to begin with.
LMFAO, remember that, Obama? Joe was such an idiot back then.
What do you mean back then, Donald? He's still an idiot.
All right, if you two are done taking the piss out of me, we need to head into the Space Center, Obama, because Steven has a plan, apparently.
More than that, Joe, Team Magma is storming the place, and that Courtney freak is going to start acting all weird.
Yeah, I guess they are trying to get more tech from the Space Center for some purpose or another, but I thought we defeated them, so why are they still attacking people?
Oh, it's these 5 again, boys. Looks like I have to take down their team of Flareon again, and with Rayquayza, it'll be another slaughter.
What even is the point of these idiots, Obama? They do jack shit, and if anything, this is all just a waste of time and completely unnecessary to the postgame.
Well, I think they're actually trying to stall us, Donald, whilst Courtney carries out whatever she's doing upstairs. But Steven is up there, so I doubt she'll get very far.
She didn't get the memo that we single-handedly destroyed Team Magma, and she's still on her crusade to prove herself to Maxi Elmau. What a simp, seriously! And she's about to be put in her place again.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out what she wants this time, Donnie. These guys won't be troubling us again, and why do they speak like they're robots, too?
Even I speak better English than they do Obama. But yeah, at least that's it for them, and now it's time to go save Steven.
You know, Steven is a pretty weak champion. He always needs us to save him. And even Lance stormed the Team Rocket base by himself. And Cynthia helped us with Team Galactic too.
You're right, Donald, just look at him. He's just standing around there like a fool, looking so beautiful and handsome with his glorious silver shiny hair. Ooh, does it make me feel...
Joe, shut the fuck up. I don't want to know how all that makes you feel, you creep. Instead, we're going to be engaging in a double battle with Steven for the second time to take these two on.
All right, well, I will think about all that in my head then, since you're not interested, Donald.
Hopefully this is the last time we have to deal with these two as well. There's no point to them as well, Donnie.
Well, look, at least this is a nice change, Obama. We have Steven using his Diancie and us with our giant snake.
Yeah, and Charizard Y is back for the last time, which makes me happy.
Yup, and I still can't believe Game Freak would make Y better than X overall. What a stupid, stupid decision. Even Red used the X version in the Pokémon Origins anime series, which, by the way, is some of the best Pokémon anime we've ever got.
Hey, look, Steven actually Mega Evolved Diancie. This is the smartest thing he's done since we first met him.
LMAO, Joe, your Charizard Y just died in one shot, so once again, this proves it's a piece of shit.
Okay, but it's just not, is it, Donald?
All right, look, Mega Diancie is actually doing something useful, so let's see how strong it is.
I'd say quite strong, Donald, since it just one-shot Ninetales. But that leads me to ask once again why Steven wouldn't use this in our champion battle, but Metagross instead as his Mega Pokemon.
Well, as punishment, I say you use Earthquake Obama and just take everything out on the field for the LOLs. That way we can get rid of everything all at once.
Okay, well, there goes Mega Diancie Elmau. It was pretty cool to see, though, since we'll probably never see that Pokemon again.
No one cares about Diancie anyway, Joe, so big deal. But anyway, thank God that's over now, too. I have noticed there's probably going to be more battles in this final episode than in any of the others we've done throughout this playthrough.
Talking of playthroughs, I noticed not many people talking about Sun and Moon in the Alola region, so leave a comment down below if any of you enjoyed those games. And also let us know how well you handled battling Ultra Necrozma Elmau.
I bet most of them got destroyed by it, Obama. And if any of you say you didn't, then you're a worse liar than I am, and I'll 1v1 you.
Obama, Donnie is threatening our viewers again.
You're such a little snitch, Joe, seriously. And you know where snitches end up? Snitches end up in ditches.
I just want to say, since we've started playing together, Donald, you've gone and threatened me, who, by the way, is an active president, at least 10 times, which means I get to increase your prison sentence multiplied by 10.
Joe, you don't even know what 1 + 1 is.
All right, that conversation with Steven was literally going on forever. So I've skipped ahead to our next stop of the Delta episode postgame, which is the Team Magma base to see what Maxi wants, and apparently Zenia has stormed this place now too.
Yeah, and it looks like she's gone and stolen his keystone too, Obama. And now that means she has enough Megastone power, or whatever it is, to summon Rayquayza, even though we already have one.
Oh, and she battled Maxi, and it seems she utterly obliterated him to Joe. I bet she's gone and got a full team of Pokémon now too, which means you'll have an interesting battle with her next time, Obama.
Bro, there hasn't been one battle here which has given me trouble. And I'm not letting Zenia, of all people, beat me, especially in this final episode of the series.
Whatever you say, Obama and Steven just gave us a call and apparently wants to meet us back at Mossdeep Space Center. Maybe he's starting to realize their stupid plan of using a wormhole to destroy the meteorite is in fact absolutely stupid.
I mean, if you look on those screens at the back, Donald, they still have that idea of the wormhole. And these are meant to be the best scientists in Hoenn.
I know, Joe, but luckily for us, we get to ignore all of that. And now Steven wants us to meet Wallace so he can open up the door to the Sky Pillar, and I hope to God it doesn't have that ridiculous Mac bike puzzle like in the original games.
Oh man, I hated that puzzle, Donald. It was the worst thing ever. But thankfully in this game they made a whole story about it, and we have no puzzle to do there, just some ladders to climb. But anyway, look, I found Wallace.
Hey, look, boys, that was a pretty cool Easter egg, if you saw what Wallace just said. Apparently, the tree on this small island was brought to Hoenn from the Colosse region.
Joe, no one cares about Easter eggs. We just want to get to the Sky Pillar. I want to hear the story about the ancient people and the Draconids summoning Lord Rayquayza.
Yeah, well, before that, Wallace has to open the seal to the front door, apparently, since his ancestors are also some ancient people thingies. To be honest, I have no idea what's going on anymore.
You know what's funny is when we fly about Hoenn on our Latios, you would think that the Sky Pillar would be visible since it's probably the biggest fucking thing in the entire game, except maybe the Matt Chimney, but no. They didn't bother to model the thing.
Donald, enough nitpicking, please, bro. I have to battle this moron for the second time to prove I'm worthy to enter the Sky Pillar, which is just bullshit because I already got the badge from his gym.
Yeah, and he's starting off with Polytoad again Obama, which means his team is probably exactly the same as when you last battled him.
Well, thanks to my foresight, I did teach Thunderbolt to Rayquayza Obama, so thank me later when you sweep Wallace's entire team, LML.
I'm not going to thank you, Donald, because it would have been better if you taught Thunder instead, since it would have 100% accuracy in this battle with ongoing rain.
Well, Obama, how is that my fault? I didn't know we were going to have to battle this fashionable idiot again, and I got you Rayquayza, so that should be enough if you ask me.
Yeah, gee, Obama, you're so ungrateful. Donald has done so much for you, and you haven't even said thank you yet.
Joe, he hasn't actually done anything yet. He just contacted his old buddies and somehow got this random Rayquayza, and then claimed to be some sort of genius for doing it.
Let him say whatever he wants, Joe. At the end of the day, the only Pokemon Obama has been using is Rayquayza, so I know how he really feels about it, LML.
Oh yeah, you make a good point there, Donald Amal.
Yeah, so I know Obama cares, and you were right too. Joe, this guy has literally had the same team, but only slightly higher level than before. This is another case of the game wasting our time for no apparent reason. I mean, we're already the champions, so what more do they want?
This is one of the cases in which I'll agree with you, Donald, because this guy has even got the same Mega Pokemon as before, too. As nice as it is to see Swampert, he could have had a Mega Gyarados or something instead this time.
And wow, this thing has an Ice-type move, and it's probably going to take us out. Good going there, Obama, you idiot.
Donald, you were the one who stuck the life orb on Rayquayza, and I really can't be bothered to waste an entire turn healing up. So that loss is on you, buddy.
Well, I mean, you could have taken the life orb off Obama and stuck a Dragon Fang on Rayquayza instead, but you didn't. So as you said earlier, that's your loss, LMAO.
You know, Obama Gengar isn't the Pokemon I would have sent out to deal with this. I would have probably sent out Greninja or Tyrantrum instead.
You're probably right. Donald and I forgot Shadow Ball doesn't have that special defense drop anymore. I really hate that they got rid of that, you know.
You should have Mega Evolve too, Obama, because this thing just tanked 3 moves in a row.
You got so lucky he didn't use another full restore, Obama. Otherwise, I would have taken the controller off you and finished this myself. But anyway, well done. We finally proved ourselves for no apparent reason again.
Well, that is officially the end of Wallace for the final time, boys, unless we have to battle him in a rematch or something. But I don't think gym leader rematches are a thing in this game.
All right, shut up, Joe, because this here is probably the best music in any Pokemon game. This organ, or whatever instrument this is, has the most godly tune ever. This should have been Arceus's tune, but Rayquayza fits it well, too.
Damn, this music is so good. You're right, Obama. I wish I had this music as my entrance music whenever I gave those rallies, because then everyone would know how much of GOAT I am.
This music is perfect for sure, but look, boys, Zenia is explaining the story of Rayquayza to us, and there seems to be ancient drawings on the wall of the sky pillar, too.
Yeah, so basically Rayquayza is the protector of the world, and whenever there was a huge threat to the planet, the Draconid people would do a dance and summon Rayquayza to help save them.
How about we just leave the storytelling to Zenia, Donald?
Hey, I thought I was a good storyteller, Obama. Someone in our last video said they liked my rundown of the Diancie movie. I could give you another rundown of a Pokémon movie, actually, if you both want to listen to one.
Oh, God,
yes,
no, please, Donald.
Okay, well, Joe said yes and Obama said no, which means I get the deciding vote and I vote yes to me telling you both about another movie.
Okay, if you're going to vote for yourself and ignore my opinion, then at least give everyone a rundown of the Rayquayza movie with Deoxys.
You got it, Obama. Right, children, sit down and get comfortable because Donald J. Trump is going to give you all a rundown of the Pokemon movie called Destiny Deoxys, starring Deoxys and our boy Rayquayza.
Donald J. Trump should stop referring to himself in the third person to begin with.
Our hero Ash, who's a terrific guy, by the way, very tough, very strong, folks. He's in this city, you know, with all the high-tech gadgets, very modern, very classy. Then, boom, this alien Pokemon, Deoxys, comes down from who knows where, probably heard about the city's tremendous success. Wants a piece of the action, no doubt?
I'm not sure about the start, Donald.
Obama, just wait. Now, Deoxys, it's not from China, folks, but it's causing a lot of trouble, believe me. It's got this beef with another extraterrestrial, Rayquaza. Tremendous fight, folks. They're going at it like Republicans and Democrats on Capitol Hill.
Well, that bit is quite accurate, El Mao.
Then there's a bunch of robots going haywire. They were supposed to make the city great, but they went rogue. It's a disaster. But our guy Ash, terrific guy, and his Pokemon buddies, they step in and they solve the problem. They make things great again. And let me tell you, folks, there's a lot of winning in this movie. A lot of winning. So if you're tired of winning, this movie is not for you. Oh yeah, the end.
Like I said earlier, Donald, how about we leave the storytelling to Zenia El Mao? And look, we've almost made it to the top of the tower as well.
Well, I really liked your story, Donald. It's way better than Zenia's one.
She's nearly finished telling her story too, boys. But boy, is this a long one. I'll give you some credit, Donald. You managed to compress an almost 2-hour-long movie into a 30-second explanation, which is better than what Zenia is doing.
Well, at least I got to tell my story with this awesome background music, Obama. And that movie was actually one of my favorites back in the day. So if you liked my story, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you all want to hear more.
And on that note, Obama has made it to the top of the sky pillar, and this thing is so tall it's gone above the clouds. Holy hell.
Yeah, this part of any story in the Pokémon series has to be my favorite. I wish they could have done something like this with each of the legendary Pokémon in the other games, especially Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, and Arceus.
Hey, I just noticed the shape of the sky pillar is a triangle, which is the same shape as the delta sign. Is that a coincidence or what, boys?
Donald, you dumbass, that was clearly intentional by the designers. You can be as dumb as Joe sometimes, you know.
Now we're getting Zinnia's whole life story. Literally no one cares about you or your dumb Whismer. We just want to see Rayquayza.
God, the characters in this game just love to talk. But anyway, here we go, boys. She's going to do her prayer or ritual or whatever this is supposed to be to summon the green snake himself.
She's so stupid she doesn't even realize we already have Rayquayza with us. But I guess having a second one is not a bad idea either. If we do a double battle, we can use both of them at the same time.
That would be pretty broken, Donald LMAO, but anyway, here we go, boys. The other Rayquayza is finally among us.
Why does it look so small?
Yeah, why the hell isn't it bigger? This thing is meant to be huge. But look, Zenia is like half the size of it, which makes no sense.
Even Rayquayza is upset by how small they went and modeled him Elmao.
All right, Obama, it's now time to battle it, and you need to catch it so we can save the universe, remember?
Yeah, as you say, Obama, Rayquayza is one tough cookie. So expect this battle to be really difficult, and it's also going to be level 72, I think, like in the original games.
Look, it's our shiny one versus the normal one. Do you think they're probably both confused to why there are two of them and why they're both different colors?
Yeah, so what's the plan here, Obama?
The plan here is not to even battle at all, Donald, and I'm just going to use my Master Ball on it because I really can't be asked to sit here and fight this thing when we already have one that's way better anyway.
Wow, so you finally admit that what I did for you is actually helpful.
Yeah, I guess, Donald. But anyway, look, this is probably going to be the last battle of this playthrough, everyone. And we finally get to use Mega Rayquayza in all its glory.
So I assume Zenia here is going to have a full team of dragon types like Drizzy Drake did. And by the way, are we going to do the Elite Four rematches, Obama?
You know, I was thinking about it, Joe, but I don't think the levels of them actually change in this ROM hack, so I don't really see the point. In the original games, the Elite Four are a much lower level than when I battled them the first time in this game. So I don't see why we should unless people want to see that.
Well, instead of that then, Obama, we could take on the Battle Frontier for fun. Then this playthrough could continue.
Look at this thing, boys. Doesn't it look so cool with the all-black color scheme and gold accents? It's just the best-looking Pokémon, seriously. The design team did so well with this one.
Yeah, and its special attack is over 500 too, Joe LMAO. So if you want to talk about a broken Pokémon, then here it is. And it's still holding the Life Orb.
Well, this is the reason this Pokémon was banned from competitive, wasn't it, Donald? It was just so powerful and broken, they had to ban it, LMAO.
Yeah, and we can see why, Joe, this thing is one-shotting everything LMAO. And with the Delta Stream ability, all moves that would normally be strong against flying types are weakened.
See, normally Garchomp would be quite threatening since it loves using Stone Edge, but with Delta Stream, this thing is gonna die easily.
Yeah, if only I had this Pokémon when I battled Cynthia. It would have made my life so much easier.
Donald, you were saying? This Garchomp was holding a focus sash and now it's going to attack.
Wow, and we barely survived that too, Obama. Rayquayza toughed it out for you here, bro.
Yeah, and luckily we still have some full restores left for situations like this exactly. And I should have swapped the Life Orb out with something else here too, Joe, since we really don't need it anymore.
Well, at least you can one-shot this thing before it kills us with another outrage, Obama.
I think healing would have been the better option here, actually, because that Garchomp had used Outrage so many times that it probably would have confused itself, meaning we could have got a free turn in.
Actually, yeah, probably a good shout, Joe, but too late now. And she's sending out a Tyranitar too, which isn't good since it will probably have rock moves.
But thanks to Delta Stream, his Sandstorm ability doesn't activate, which shows how OP our boy here is.
Yeah, that storm probably would have whittled us down, Obama, if it had activated.
Hey, how the fuck does that Tyranitar survive a direct attack from Dragon Ascent? What the hell? And now, because of the Life Orb, Rayquayza is dead. Well done, Obama. This is all your fault.
It wasn't the Life Orb, Donald. That Tyranitar used Stone Edge like you said it probably would, to be fair. And now, because of Delta Stream going, the Sandstorm has started.
Well, how about we look at it from the point of view that since this may be our last battle, we can use the other members of this amazing team as the series comes to a close.
Yeah, I like that idea, Donald. So Rayquayza made the valiant sacrifice of taking itself out so the rest of our team get to shine and show themselves off for the world.
Zenia's team is way better than Drizzy Drake's was as well, Joe. Look, she's sending out a Dragonite out now as well. This is probably my favorite Pokemon of her team, but seeing Hydreigon was pretty cool too.
Yeah, but Zenia having a Tyranitar was completely ridiculous if you ask me, Donald. There are so many dragon types she could have had instead, like a Haxorus or Druddigon, but no. She went and used a random ground and rock type.
You're just salty that it took out our black shiny snake, Obama. I know you've come to love it, but it's okay, you don't have to tell me how you really feel.
Well, it's safe to say, as good as Dragonite is, Donald, it got totaled by our Sceptile so badly, LMAO.
As much as I love Dragonite, Joe, I am obviously going to be biased towards our Sceptile, especially since this guy has survived all the culling Obama has done with the rest of our team.
Donald, you can't throw me under the bus like that when you threw our Latios into the PC box and put Rayquayza in its place.
Oh, look, Obama, you're about to battle her final Pokemon, which, like Drizzy Drake's, is a Mega Salamence.
Not a subtle attempt at changing the topic at all, Donald, but I'll humor you.
Okay, one more Dragon Pulse, and that concludes our final battle with Zenia Obama, so good job on that. This was the best battle you did in the entire game, only because we got to use Mega Rayquayza.
This battle was a waste of time, Joe. What are you even saying, you fool? Instead of this battle, we could have already gone to destroy that meteorite, but no, they wanted to stall us even more for this BS.
Donald, you've basically gone and said everything about the Delta episode is a waste of time, so what exactly have you liked about it?
All right, Obama. It's now time for you to dress up and get ready to destroy that meteorite with Rayquayza. But if you ask me, it seems dangerous for you to go into space.
Here he goes, changing the topic again, Obama. But anyway, you've got hero music playing now, so looks like Donald is right, and it's time for you to save the universe.
Yep, this is definitely going on my CV, Joe. First I got a ride on Groudon's back, and now I'm riding Mega Rayquaza's back too. I only need to find Kai Ogre and go for a ride on its back so my bucket list is complete.
Wow, and apparently I'm the sad one.
Look, we took off like Falcon Heavy boys. Rayquaza is like a long green missile. I say we paint all our nuclear warheads green and gold from now on. That would be such a cool color scheme.
This is one of the best cut scenes in the game, too, don't you think, boys? And for the love of God, Donald, please don't say this is a waste of time, too, because it just isn't.
Nah, I agree with you, Joe. This is so cool, and I'm very jealous Obama gets to do this, and I hope in the game I play next I can also do something just as cool as you, Obama.
Prepare for impact, Obama. We're going to obliterate this meteorite like a knife going through butter, and then the world will be saved.
Damn, that's such a cool shot too of Rayquaza smashing into that meteorite.
Hang on, why is the camera slowly zooming into this thing? It's not like we took out a life form, is it?
What in the actual hell is that, boys? This is another Delta sign. This is the sign of the Illuminati, confirmed for sure.
Oh God, Obama, this is what I think it is, isn't it? I remember seeing the original version of this in Pokémon Emerald.
What is happening, Donald? Why are there tentacles that look like something out of a Japanese video I saw online once coming out of this triangle? This is all very suspect, if you ask me.
Thanks, Joe. You just put an image in my head of something I didn't particularly want to think about. But anyway, this is the true final boss of the game. This is Deoxys, boys.
Yeah, and this battle isn't difficult at all, and thankfully I have a bunch of Ultra Balls to use on this thing too. But how comes our Rayquaza is already Mega evolved when it's been in our party the whole time?
Well, I think the Rayquaza we were actually riding into space was our one we had all along Obama, but they didn't model it as a shiny one in the cutscenes because I think it's shiny locked or something.
Obama, what in the actual fuck, man?
Okay, I didn't expect that to happen.
Obama, you just killed that poor Deoxys. Why did you do that? What happened to trying to catch it?
Okay, well, I thought Deoxys would tank that hit just like Zenia's Tyranitar did, but apparently not. Oh, well, we can always come back to the Sky Pillar later if you two want to try catch it again.
Oh, for God's sake, Obama, that means you get more time to play, so I say no. We just ditched Deoxys because it's not like we're ever coming back to this game anyway, are we?
Yeah, fuck it, Obama. This the end for now. So basically that concludes our journey through the Hoenn region, at least for now, doesn't it, boys?
I guess it does conclude it, Joe, but we have a few cutscenes to go through before the postgame is actually finished. But in the meantime, we can talk about what's coming up next.
Yeah, we just wanted to thank you all again for all the love and support you give us each time we upload. We really enjoy making these videos, and it makes us so happy to see a lot of positivity from you all.
Oh, look, we actually have a date with May Boys at the Space Center. I guess we finally get to watch that meteor shower together.
She would have been more impressed if we actually went back into space on Rayquaza's back again to watch the meteor shower. But I mean, each to their own, I guess.
Donald, you're still complaining. How about you tell our viewers what to expect in the next series instead of the constant whining?
All right, fine, Obama. Well, lots of you seem to miss Pokemon Violet, so next time you will find us heading back to the Paldea region to play that shit game. Oh, sorry, I mean really fun game.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to playing it, Donald, since it'll feel refreshing playing a completely different style of Pokemon game again. Be happy about that, Donald. I think it will be fun.
But before we go there, you can all expect the full movie of this game to come out soon, once we have it all edited. But anyway, here we are, back in Little Root Town. So for the final time, thanks so much for watching. And please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And we'll see you all very soon.
Bye-bye, everyone.